What's up, y'all? AJ Simmons here with another great interview for you guys. Today I have Miss Hilla Osman joining me today. And Miss Hilla, I reached out to you because this was a different one. I actually reached out to you because of the comment you left on my YouTube video. And you told
Mhm.
us about how you bought two leads from Clean Business Network. You actually closed on one of them. Then you turned around and closed on another big contract. So uh,
Correct.
we're going to jump into that. But before we do, let's just start off by first, let us know exactly who Miss Hilla is and where you're from.
Well, my name is Hilla Osman. I'm a divorced single mother of two teenagers. I was originally born in Afghanistan, but we defected here, and I grew up in Atlanta, like on the east side. And so that's pretty much it. I have been in Alpharetta for the last 12 years,
Cool, cool. That's
which
what's
is the
up.
north,
So,
which is the north side.
gotcha, gotcha. All right.
Mhm.
Well, what made you want to start a cleaning business?
Okay, so someone offered my son a job. He's an athlete. This little area over here, they look out for the football players and the athletes and stuff. So he was like, they were like, hey, you looking for a job, and would like you to clean my office. He owned like this like a I don't know, they redid like old cars or whatever. So he looks way older than he is, so he needed help, like
Okay.
he's not like the best in cleaning. So I helped him, and then going forward, like other people started asking for us to clean. And then I was like, you know what, like why not just make like a business out of this? Because at that point my kids wanted jobs too, but I wasn't comfortable with them working like in an environment where like with strangers yet, you know what I
Yeah,
mean? So I
yeah.
was like, I would just want to create my own jobs for them. Why not? I could do it easily. And so I started doing some research, and I started following you, and step by step I just started taking the steps because I wanted to be legit doing it.
Wow, that's what's up now. I'm not sure if you mentioned this already and I just missed it or not, but how long did you say that you've been here in the States?
I was here since I was like 2 years old. Like I grew up
Okay,
here.
cool. Gotcha. Because
Yeah.
I was like, your English is like just flawless, like you've been here the whole time. So
Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute. Okay, cool.
Yeah. But I still speak two other languages, but I grew up here, so.
Okay, cool. Well, I guess I'm gonna jump into the juicy part that everybody would probably want to hear about. So, when you got the
Right.
first lead from the
Hmm.
Clean Business Network that you actually closed on, I guess
Right.
first, how did you know how did you know how to close the deal? Pretty much, how
Hmm.
did you how did you know how to close the deal? How did you do the proposal and the agreement and the invoicing? How did you know how to do all of that?
Okay, so I actually come from a sales management background.
Cool.
So sales is not a foreign area to me. I know how to do the open-ended questions. I just know how to, you know what I mean? Like I know how to sell. But I learned everything else from you, like from the app. Is it the CBN app?
Yep.
And
Calculated clean. Yep.
the Calculated Clean, yes, the Calculated Clean app. So I downloaded that, and I kind of messed around on there, and so that's actually how I came up with some of the like the prices, because you get confused at first. You're like, how much do I charge them? Like, I don't know, So, and I like to figure things out on my own.
Gotcha.
But I actually used your proposal, and I sent them the proposal, and that's how it was very because I had the one that okay, so your lead was the first time that I sent a proposal. Everybody
Gotcha.
else had been paying me like per cleaning, you know what I mean?
Right.
So when they responded and they were like, okay, sure, I was like, oh my God, yes, so so
Right.
then so it was just so easy because I just go on there, like literally I wrote them a proposal on my lunch break. I work a full-time job, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So on my lunch break, I was like, okay, oh my God, like, so I just filled everything out, and I sent myself one because I wanted to see how it looked. Like it automatically sends you one, but
Right.
I didn't want it to get sent to them yet, and I sent it. I was like, this is the only thing I have, like, so I wasn't about to be sitting on my lunch break and figuring out how to write a proposal, you know what I
Right.
mean? So that is well worth the money. It's just it was really easy. And then I actually didn't know how to invoice people until recently.
Mhm.
So I learned that from you, as well as my business account. Like they automatically invoice people. My business account is with PNC, and so that's something that I learned recently. And I was kind of nervous about that. Like I was like, how do I do this? You know, but I figured it out.
That's what's up. That's what's up. I mean, where there's a will, there's a way, and you just a testament to that, just in that story right there alone.
Absolutely. I'm a breast cancer survivor, so I'm happy to be alive. I'm just great. I'm just, like, whatever, I got this, so.
Right. Congrats on beating cancer too. And you can see it even in your energy. It just shows that, you know what I mean, like you living like you're happy to be here. So that's what's up.
I live in a constant great state of gratitude, constant.
That's what's up. And we're gonna get into that later on too. So when you
Cool.
closed, and I forgot to ask you this too. So was that your first like official contract then? Sounds like it was.
Yeah, where there was actually like a proposal involved and stuff like yeah, because everybody else I had gotten from, and I learned this from you too. Like, when you first started working, your YouTube channel, and you were like walking around, and I think you still had like a franchise, and you were like, this is how you get leads, and you were like walking. That's how I learned. So, sorry, I'm getting. Hello. Okay, sorry, I had a phone call. But so that's how I learned. I was like, okay, so I made some flyers, like literally on a free app. I made some flyers, I printed it up, and I started passing them out. And that's how I got a few of my other contracts as well.
That's what's up. And so speaking of your other contracts, we might as well get into that other one as well that you talked about. So you said you also just closed a deal on a bigger contract. Can you tell us a little bit about that one?
Yes. So after not too long after I closed on the on the lead, which was for like an apartment place, somebody called me, and I kind of feel like that happened from putting the universe, the energy I was putting out, it kind of bounced back. Somebody called me off Google, like out the blue, and they were like, hey, like I really need some cleaning people. Like it's like brand new senior facility here. It's really high end. Like, and so I was like, I had just got home from work. I had been working in the rain all day. I work outside. And he was like, can somebody start it ASAP? And I was like, yeah. I was like, do you want me to come do a walkthrough? So I like literally just threw on my clothes and zoomed down there. So I went down there, we walked around. It was like, I was like, whoa, this is huge, And so he was like, okay, I would really like to work with you. I was like, cool. So I sent them the proposal the next day, again, on my lunch break. And I couldn't believe it when, like, I was in suspense. Like this was a huge account. You know what I'm saying? They responded immediately, and from your proposal. So it looks professional. Like that proposal got me a huge account. You know what I'm saying? So then I did not have employees, like on deck like that. They thought I did, but I like started reaching out to the people that I know. I was praying to be able to help somebody, and I pay my employees $13 an hour. So I will never pay nobody $10 an hour. I know how that is, and it's rough. You know what I'm saying? So I did that, and they started like literally. I hired somebody the night before I was supposed to start, but I just keep like this calm attitude, and like I don't freak out about stuff, and it just kind of happens. You know what I mean? So it worked out.
No, that's huge. Like I hope you are paying attention to what you just said, because really, I ain't gonna lie, that's exactly how I operate. That's how I've been making it all along. I just kind of wing it and figure it out on the way.
Me too.
Positive energy, and just believe it's gonna work itself out. And typically it does, because, and then also too, I want to point out too, like how you were a go-getter, because a lot of times people say they want to do this, but let's just say they would have got that call coming home from the rain from that day job, they would have been tired. No, I can't go out there right now. Then even for the ones that went further past that step and said, okay, bam, I'll go out there and get it. But then they would have saw the job and got intimidated and said, oh no, I'm not ready for that. I don't got the employees. Instead, you said, no, we'll take it. We'll figure out how to staff it later. Exactly the energy that it takes in order to succeed. So that's huge. I appreciate you sharing that with us.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. That's how I live every day, so.
That's what's up. Now, you also said that you got your day job still. So how are you, like, how was that? I don't even know how to ask this yet, because I know you're still just getting into it, but how are you managing to handle the job as well as the business on the side?
I just tell myself I'm gonna handle it, and I do it. Like I delegate responsibility to other people. I have my kids are like extreme athletes too. So I'm like, oh, you know, but I just got to handle it because nobody else is going to do it but me. You know, like I meditate and I stay at a very high vibration. So I make sure that I make time to have peace of mind so I can have clarity, you know,
Gotcha.
and I just have to do it. I have to do it. You know, I have no other choice.
Absolutely. Now, speaking of the meditation, I was saving this for towards the end, but we can jump into this now since you brought it up. With the meditation, is there any tips that you can share with us on why you do it and then also how to do it for somebody that wants to get started with meditating?
Yeah. So why to do it is because in order to manifest your dreams, you have to stay at this high vibration, you know? So the higher, and which causes you to repel any type of negative energy, you know, trauma, stress, you know? So as soon as you're feeling that, things don't work out for you. Like you gotta you know what I mean? So, so the way I first started meditating, I have it written down right here. The way I started at the beginning of the year last year, because I just wanted like a change, you know what I mean? And it just kind of, that happened for me. The universe, that's how it worked it out for me. So in order to meditate, this is how I started meditating. First, I drink water, you know, set intentions. You write down 3 things that you're grateful for, that you want or whatever. Like, I'm grateful for this $1 million I'm going to get next year, you know, or whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, you get something for clarity. Some people burn oils, or I don't know, you know, whatever, music, and I listen to sometimes guided meditations, or I listen to high vibrational music, you know, that you can find on YouTube or whatever. And I use visualization. Like, I literally think about myself being the person that I want to be. And when I tell you, my life has changed extremely from last year, like, I can't even, that's a whole nother show, you know what I mean? But like, it just really works. Like, it really, really works, you know what I mean? And all you do is just stay away from negativity, visualize, and just put the work towards it, you know?
Absolutely. No, listen, and I wasn't going to say this, but I got to say it because somebody probably can learn from it. So I don't know if you know, but recently, I think at the beginning of this year, actually, I ended up moving back to my hometown in Virginia, right from Florida. We stayed there up until the 1st of August, and then we literally moved right back to Florida. And I didn't tell anybody yet, but I'm gonna go ahead and put it out here now. So, but the number one specific reason outside of my kids really missing the friends that they made and everything here in Florida, but it was because of the energy. It was just simply the energy was off. I noticed that I was vibrating at a lower frequency than I was typically used to. I wouldn't even want to get an office there. I thought that maybe I could hide in the office and get away, but it was just like sometimes I just knew that I wasn't where I needed to be on a frequency level. So I was like, you know what, let me get back to my space so I can start vibrating at a higher frequency again. So I just thought I'd put that out there as well.
Yeah. Do y'all live by the water? Sometimes,
we do.
You know,
we do.
being by the water really, they say that it does something. Yeah. It just does something, you know.
Yeah,
so.
and that sun always shining too as well here. So it's like that helps a lot.
Yeah, sure.
Absolutely.
That's really cool. Yeah, it works. I try to, whoever that I come across, and you know, like, people, you ask for advice, that's the first thing I say. First, this is what you got to do. You know what I mean? So, that's a beautiful thing.
Okay, now let me ask you this: did you have any like prior commercial cleaning experience before you jumped into this?
Well, when I was married, my ex-husband and I, I have two of his brothers had clean, like, franchises, you know, and sometimes we used to work for them. Oh, sorry, somebody's calling me. Sometimes we used to work for them for like extra money, and I was like, you know, when after all that stuff happened with my son, and you know, like, I was just like, you know what, if they could do it, I can do it. Like, I could do it. And I didn't want to do the franchise because I already knew I didn't need sales, somebody to get me leads. I didn't need I could figure out how to do payroll by myself. I mean, I can get my own insurance, whatever. Like, I just did it, you know? So, and I just did it.
That's what's up. That's what's up. All right. Yeah. Well, what do you think made that larger, actually both contracts, what do you think it was that you did that made them want to give you a shot as a brand new business?
Well, I feel like, you know how they say it's levels to this, you know? I feel like I feel like in the beginning I had the smaller accounts. Oh, this is what I wanted to share. I had smaller accounts. I'm sorry, I got 3 phones, but I got I had a smaller accounts that I kind of lost touch with during COVID. And during COVID, like it was one Taekwondo place and it was one like dentist office, and they weren't that much money, you know what I mean? Like it was just like my beginning stages, and I was just like, I'm just gonna do it because they're giving me a chance, but I was doing them myself, and I was working, and then I was exhausted because it wasn't worth it for me to have somebody in there. So I just kind of just didn't get back in touch with them, and I was like, I want bigger accounts, you know what I mean? So I bought your leads, and that kind of opened up that door to the universe for me to go to level up, you know what I mean? And so you do have to invest, and I'm a single mom. I provide everything, like there's no help, you know what I mean? So I have to be very cautious about what I spend and all that kind of stuff, but you do have to invest in your business in order for it to thrive.
That's what's up. And
Yeah.
speaking of that too, I meant to ask you when we wanted the topic of meditation, with you being a single mom, having a job, having this business, and your kids being athletes. So I know that the time that goes into that. So it's like,
Mm-hmm.
how do you prioritize having time to meditate?
I stop everything. When I start feeling off, or like I feel a little bit of anxiety, or I start to feel overwhelmed, when I tell you, if I have to park my car, if I'm out, I'm out and about all day working, you know what I mean? I'm an inspector, so I'm on the road. So when I go, if I'm feeling like it's about to rain down on me emotionally, what I do is I go, like park underneath a tree. I turn on my meditation music, and breathing and just kind of gathering yourself. That's what I do. Like I just stop everything. Like some people say they stop whatever they need to do to smoke a cigarette or drink or whatever. That's like my thing that I do, you know what I mean? So if I don't do it, then I won't have peace of mind. And I learned about chakras as well. Like that's a whole nother but you have to keep those balanced as well, and so yeah, I have to. I know it seems like I am super busy when you say it like that. I'm like, I guess I am busy, but
Right.
somehow I don't know, like I just do it,
Yeah. And speaking
Yeah.
of just do it, I think that's probably what you're going to answer my next question. But my next question is for somebody watching my videos, waiting and thinking about starting their cleaning company. What advice would you give that person?
Man, let me tell you something. Like, please just trust me, you know what I mean? You resonated with me. There's a few other people that I watch too. Like I watch Fabio Hart, I like him. I watched the Tenacity Academy, which she came later, but she's dope, like I really like her. Like I love her. And but since I was with you from when I first started, I kind of get used, like I got used to you. So but and you wholeheartedly want to teach people, you know what I mean? And you just like make it simple, you know what I'm saying? So I guess your personality, your channel resonated with me, and I was just like, I'm just gonna fool with him, and I started writing stuff down, and you know what I'm saying? And I got my LLC. I didn't have insurance until recently,
Right.
like but I did my LLC. I was like, I don't know if I'm doing this right or not. And when I did it, I was like, that was easy. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't even that hard. Like,
Right.
so, so yeah, I was just like, okay, I got an LLC. I got like a little post office box, and I really wasn't even really making a whole lot of money until recently. I've been in business for like a year.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. And
Yeah.
it's funny that you even did that because I was really going to ask you, like, are there other YouTubers that you listen to? And then I said, you know what? I'm not going to give them that free publicity, but you did it anyway, and I'm glad you did because number one,
Mm-hmm.
other people can learn from those people, but number two, you shout out to people that I like anyway. That's both of those are my people.
Right.
So
Yeah. So don't y'all, y'all fit with my personality. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah,
I'm a minority, so I resonate with other minorities. You know what I'm saying?
definitely.
I just do. So, but yeah, like I definitely. I mean, you're not trying to get. You're fair. Like you want to help people, but you're doing it honestly, and you making
Right.
money, and like just if you want to do it, just don't hesitate. You know, just do it.
Absolutely.
Just do it like Nike.
Absolutely. All right. So before I let you go, I gotta ask you, what do you want the Hilla Osman legacy to be?
My legacy is to pass my business knowledge down to my children, pass my business down to my kids. I want to teach other single moms how to become successful. I want to leave my legacy, you know, people that are just getting out of prison and stuff like that. Like, you know, that's how I would like to leave my legacy, is by knowledge, you know, teaching other people.
Definitely. And also too, if you don't mind some unsolicited advice, but I
Hmm.
think you should hop on YouTube because you have a glowing personality, and also I think that you can offer a lot in the terms of the meditation space and the chakras,
Hmm.
as well as documenting your business journey. So just some
Okay.
unsolicited advice. Feel free to take it, but
I've
or
been thinking
not.
about it. I'm gonna go ahead and
Yeah.
do it now.
Yeah. Extra source of
Thank you.
revenue. I mean, you know, while helping people at the same time. So how can we
Thank
follow
you.
your journey until you get that YouTube channel?
Well, I do have a IG. It's bubble.up.llc. And then I do have a FB, which is bubble.up.cc. And then I'm going to leave my business phone number. It is 770-415-2822.
Perfect. Thank you,
Yeah.
Miss Hilla Osman. It was a pleasure
Thank you
talking to you today.
so much. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thanks. You have a good one.
Okay, you too.
All right.